go at it.
Okay.
All right. Hello, and welcome to the Devils in God's Country videos or whatever. I don't know what the fuck we're actually going to call this when it gets right down to it, but we're going to do this. Basically, it's just two drunk atheists from Atheist Republic. I'm Casper Rigsby, and
I'm Allie Jackson.
and yeah, we're just gonna kind of get wasted and banter back and forth about some shit that happens in our community and shit that is on our minds. And since we're both Southern atheists, I'm from Tennessee and Allie is from Texas. We thought "Devils in God's Country" was kind of a fitting little epitaph or name for now. We'll see how it fits. So, Allie wanted to talk about some bullshit that's been going on. Most recently in our book club group on Facebook. But honestly, this is something that goes back for god damn like 2 years now. Dealing with this one. I'm just gonna have to call her a cunt because that's about all I can manage on that. But yeah, yeah. So, oh my god. So this chick, she's come to our page, to our main page, and she's posted like on everything that I've ever written, every blog that's ever been posted by me, damn near every blog that's ever been posted by Allie, and she is the pure and total definition of the regressive left. I don't. If you're not familiar with that term, seriously, just Google it. Like it's out there. But she's the definition of that shit. So most recently in our book club, she decided that she was going to be a real dickhead in there, and then told us that she was going to sue me if I use screenshots of her being a dickhead, which is just hilarious. It's fucking laughable. So what do you think, Allie? Do you think I should use the screenshots anyway and say fuck it?
I think you should, and here's why. If you want to go into a public forum and you want to shit and piss all over it, people have to clean that up. And I think one way to clean that up is to expose them on their piss and bullshit that they spew everywhere. It is outrageous. You can't go onto a public forum and say, oh, you can't use what I'm saying here. Yeah, we can use what you're saying there. It's a public forum. People are free to read. People are free to take your information, your advice. But the thing that really pisses me off is she hides behind fake names, and she hides behind fake profile pictures, and she hides behind, everyone else. She hides behind everyone else. And she wants to come to Atheist Republic and be like, oh yeah, you guys suck. You guys are the worst people that ever existed, and I want to tell you why over and over and over. It's like, okay, I get it. You're absolutely entitled to your opinion. You are absolutely entitled to it. But why don't you create your own platform to discuss your opinion about us onto it? Why do you want to follow our coattails and use our platform to discuss why we're so shitty? No, go do your own thing. Go get more profile pictures and fake screen names, and go create your own little platforms with it and talk about it somewhere else. I'm tired of it. I'm done. She's a cunt.
Yeah, and that's the really hilarious thing, because she has two different pages. The Atheist to Zygotes bullshit page. That page has like a little over 900 likes, and then she's got this Atheist dash intellectuals. Come on, fucker. You can't even use those two words in the same sentence if it's coming out of your fucking mouth, man. There's nothing intellectual about this bitch at all. And then she had the nerve to, oh, I'm smarter than fucking 98% of the people on this earth. Yeah, you know what? You have a fucking superiority complex, and you have some fucking issues that you need to deal with, because That's just some shit that like crazy narcissists say. Like you don't, even if it's true, you don't just like I'm smarter than everybody. Fuck you. Like who the fuck does that? What kind of person does that? And then like, oh no, I'm the fucking champion here. No, you're a dickhead. That's what the fuck you are. And I'm an asshole. So I know dickheads when I see them. I'm like, our egos were gonna clash no matter what. Even if she was nice about it, our egos were gonna clash anyway. Because I've got one. I've got a major fucking ego. But oh my god, like it's not even on the same fucking level. I at least know how to calm myself down some.
Well, the thing that gets me is her call to what she claims to be, right? So she claims to be a feminist. And Casper and I are really good friends. We call each other names, whatever. He called me babe. And yeah, I am totally okay with that. We've discussed this before. And that just set her off. How dare you let some man call you babe? However, she goes on to one of my posts and says that I deserve rape threats from Muslims because I'm mean to Muslims. So I deserve rape on one hand, but on the other hand, I am ruining women by letting a man call me babe. So it's the I mean I'm honestly to this point I think she's just a troll. And I think that bottom line, that's what this comes down to. But what really interests me is we try to take that exact conversation that we had about, how I am letting down the entire, my entire gender by letting a man call me babe. We wanted to use that conversation. Casper wanted to put it into a blog. And it really struck a nerve. And now all of a sudden she wants to sue us. She wants to go through and find all of our financials or whatever. I don't even know like what tangent she went off on, but how do you go from she's got to either be really embarrassed or she just has to be a troll, one or the other. I don't know. What is your stance on it? Do you think that she's really stupid or is she just trying to get a rise out of people?
I I think honestly, going through and just reading some of her posts on atheist zygotes and then some of her personal posts, because she posts everything publicly, and that's the other thing. If you're posting privately in a private group, fuck yeah, I can't share your shit. That's a private fucking group. But you're in a public group, and it's our group. We started it. It's Atheist Republic's property. It's not your fucking property just because you post there. No, it's our group, and I feel like I have the right to damn well share anything in there because it's a public fucking group. Anyone in the fucking world can go there and see it. So why the hell shouldn't I be able to take a screenshot and go, look at this jackass, you know? But yeah, looking through her posts and shit, it's just like I think that she is just a very bitter and lonely person, and she loves conflict. She fucking loves it. I think she thrives on it. She and she's supposedly an atheist. That's what she says. Okay, fine. We discuss this all the time. Being an atheist doesn't give you any sort of claim to being a good person. So you can still be a shithead and be an atheist. So I think she qualifies for that title. And like she just I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. She's so far out there, and she loves CJ Worrelman, which automatically makes me go, oh, you're a fucking dumbass, automatically, because I'm like, oh, it was so much of the fallacious nonsense that asshole posts. And then for her to be like, oh, he's a great man. He's a wonderful dude. He's a fucking known plagiarist who won't even own up to fucking plagiarism. Are you kidding me? No, that's not someone you respect. I mean, it's not. If you have any integrity, you don't respect someone who doesn't have any integrity. I don't know. She's off the fucking deep end, though, man.
No, I noticed that. She called me. She told me that she wasn't pretending to not be atheist to zygotes. And mind you, I didn't really know. I don't normally read comments on my blog, hardly ever. There's one that I did get involved with, but I went back and so I started looking at them and I noticed, wow, like she is really quite obsessed with commenting on everything that pops up about me. And so when I saw that, Oh, and also memes. Any of the memes we put out, especially on that other Sandy Shoreham or whatever, which had like 17 people following her. She goes through and she spouts out a lot of bullshit. And again, the stuff that she's saying, she is absolutely 100% entitled to her opinion. Casper and I don't want to shut her up. Okay, it's just she can go find her own platform to spew her bullshit on because it's smelling up our fireplace. People don't want to deal with it. People don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, you cross the line between putting your opinion out there and fucking trolling when you're on every single post and you have something just intentionally contradictory to say on every single I mean, there's almost none of them where it's like, oh yeah, well, this seems reasonable, and I write plenty of reasonable shit. Not all of it is fucking out there and outrageous. I do write some outrageous shit, but I write plenty of reasonable shit. And so there's plenty of opportunity for her to go, well, yeah, that's reasonable. But no, it's always confrontational, always. And so I think you cross that line into being a troll when you're just always looking for confrontation. Always. That's your goal. Your goal is to cause friction. And like we get enough friction from fucking theists. God, we don't need it in our own community, man. We just don't.
No. And it's funny. You mentioned that we write, you and I do, I think we do write some pretty outrageous stuff sometimes. I know that I have made a few outrageous claims because I think that outrageous opinions deserve to be discussed. And so, yeah, I do put my outrageous opinions out there, such as religion is absolute child abuse. I know that can be debated. I know we have debated it actually in Atheist Republic, but that's my opinion. And yeah, I will absolutely throw it out there and state it. So I have said some outrageous things, but even the reasonable things, like you said, she finds something. When I posted those rape threats that I got from those Muslims, I laughed about it, right? Because they can't do shit to me. Whatever. Fuck you guys. Yeah, fuck you guys. And so, I mean, I was laughing about it and putting it out there. And that wasn't even reasonable. It was, how dare you even complain that they send you rape threats because you're mean to them. You're so mean to their religion. And being mean to religion is not being mean to a person. And no, that in no way warrants rape, torture, or death threats. So you're crazy. She is crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like I just recently posted on Twitter. I posted a status update on Twitter, and I said that I hate or I love human beings, but I hate oppressive ideologies, and that's called nuance. And maybe some of these people from the regressive left could learn to do that, could have some fucking nuance to it. Because the fact that I hate the ideology of Islam and Christianity and Hinduism and Buddhism and all of religion, it does not mean that I hate all the people who follow those religions. The people are a totally separate thing for the most part from the ideology. And then you get into dealing with like Michael Sherlock has said that ISIS is Islam. And God, CJ criticized him so much for saying that. And Michael laid out such a good fucking argument there. He's like, look, they're following the fucking doctrine to the goddamn letter. If Muhammad was here today, that's who Muhammad would be. And so when you say ISIS is Islam, it is according to the doctrine. Now the fact that there are fucking millions, if not more than millions, of people who call themselves Muslims and who don't actually follow the doctrine, that doesn't change what the doctrine says, and that doesn't mean that those people are the ones we have to look at and say, oh well, this is what Islam really is. No, Islam is what the fucking Quran and the Hadith says it is. That's what Islam is. And that's another thing that she likes to get into. She's a huge Islamic apologist, man. Like dealing with the rape threats you got, these are from Islamic extremists that got pissed off about the Rainbow Cabal and other stuff that we posted towards Islam, and she wants to defend them while at the same time criticizing us for going, hey man, why would you give us death threats over this? Can't we at least have a discussion? Can't we sit down and discuss it? The whole point of making the Rainbow Cabal picture was to say your ideology is oppressive towards homosexuals, and that's not cool. So, like, yeah, drape a rainbow flag over the cabal and, like, get with the fucking times, man. You want to keep your religion? Cool. But, lose the bullshit, get with the modern world. I can't stand people like that are just, and like I said, it's that regressive left. They're like, oh, I'm a liberal. Dude, you can be so liberal that you've fucking done a 180 and now you're just trucking it hardcore in the exact opposite direction as fundamentalist as the fucking extremists. And like, that's what CJ likes to say about new atheists. Well, fucking there's nothing new about atheism, but he likes to say that, yeah, he likes to say that we're all Islamophobes and we're all fucking fundamentalists and shit. I'm like, okay, well, what are the fucking fundamentals of atheism? I don't believe in God. Period. We're done. There's the fundamentals. So everything else besides that is just a separate issue. That's a separate issue. I'm an anti-theist. I don't believe that religion is good for humanity in any way, shape, or form. I don't. I mean, we can look at the past and we can say, oh, well, look at the Sistine Chapel and the artwork there and all these people that have been inspired by religion to do really beautiful things and all the music that came from it. Well, that's wonderful, but look at all the secular shit that's just as fucking beautiful, and you didn't need religion to inspire it. Humanity inspired that shit. Humanity itself and humanism and the love of humanity and being a human being inspired all that secular shit. So it's like we don't need that. When I talk to people, I'm like, you've got all this philosophy that's fucking totally out there, and you can follow philosophy without grabbing an ideology and a religious doctrine and sticking to that. You can get the same moral perspective from philosophy that you can from religion. It's all about how you decide to use it. So I don't think religion's good.
Fairy tales, right? That's the perfect example of that. You can absolutely find morals and learn good from bad from Grimm's fairy tales. So, and also as an artist, that same book of stories has inspired a lot of art for me too. So, doesn't mean I'm going to build a church for it and start a following, but Jesus, there's so many other ways that I can't even. If we started teaching children Grimm's fairy tales as they do religion, I
tell people all the time, I would rather my children learn morality from Aesop's fables than to learn those same stories from the Bible and have to dig through all this bullshit to get to a nugget of good, worthwhile understanding.
Well, yeah, because you
I
have
can
to
use Aesop's fables.
Yeah, you have to dig through women being outrageously dog-like in the Bible. You have to dig through slavery being okay. You have to dig through raping your father as being okay. You have to dig through getting impregnated by your husband's brother as being okay. It's just all of this crap you have to dig through to teach children morality. No, thank you. No, thank you. I would much rather not do that. So, and that brings me up to another point where this woman was like, atheists say that religion is so suppressive and it's controlling. So what? It controls people to not commit adultery. It controls people to not murder. It controls people to be good citizens. And I was like, are you kidding me? Have you looked and of course it's America, I don't know about anywhere else, but if you look at our American prison system, and if you look at the religion to see how many religious people are in that same system versus how many atheists are in that system, do you really think that the Bible has controlled people to not murder? The Bible has controlled. Let's see how many Christians. There was a pastor who killed himself because he was found on Ashley Madison. Okay, it is not controlling people to not be adulterous. It is disgusting to even think that religion can control people to be good. And so it's like if you actually want to think of it that way, then you can see that religion outrageously failed. And there are still some good people in this world without religion. So therefore, it's not religion that controls people to be good. Religion is controlling in completely other ways. It controls women, it controls children, and it also absolutely controls men, okay? The Bible throws men into these roles where they have to be the breadwinners, they have to be the judge and jury of their completely totalitarian family. They have these roles that they have to play in Christianity, and it controls us sexually. Right? And we're all sexual beings. We should be able to fuck whoever we want to fuck, and based on anything that two mutual consenting adults or people of consenting age are allowed to do. We should be able to do that. And the Bible says no. Marriage. Wait for marriage. Marriage is between a man and a woman. Well, screw you. So no, it's outrageously controlling in terrible ways, and I think that it's gross that a lot of religious people think that the Bible controls us to be good people.
Yeah, it's really silly because I always want to ask religious people, why the fuck is your God so obsessed with my genitals? Like,
Right?
why is he obsessed with my fucking genitals? I don't get that. I will never understand. Well, there's this purity and shit. What the fuck is purity? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're basing your entire understanding of what being a decent person is by whether or not you have a fucking hymen, whether or not you've got your dick wet before or not. I mean, come on. Your God is basically, you're talking about a dude that supposedly created an entire fucking universe. And this is what he's concerned. I'm concerned with what you're doing with your genitals. I can make an entire fucking universe just by going, voila, but I'm concerned with your genitals. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Are you kidding me? Really?
Well,
That's
what
what
is
you
that
guys
one
worried about?
I'm sure, I don't know if you would know it off the top of your head, but there's a passage that says if a man, if he gets his balls crushed, he can't go to heaven. There is a passage that says this shit. What?
Yeah, he's not allowed. He's not allowed to attend church services, and he's not allowed to actually break bread with people or participate in communion in the Christian tradition. And granted, people want to say, "Oh, well, that's Old Testament." Yeah, you know what? The Old Testament works for you when you're fucking when you want to use it, right? Everybody goes back to Leviticus to fucking down on homosexuals, and then like, well, no, Paul said it too. Or no, what they say is Jesus said it too, because they look at the New Testament, and I'm like, no, the fuck, Jesus didn't say that. Paul said that, and Paul never even fucking met Jesus, according to Paul's own motherfucking mouth. So like, I that drives me crazy anyway, because I don't think Christianity even fucking exists. It's Paulianity. You 13 books of the New Testament are all according to Paul, a man who never fucking met Jesus. You kidding me?
Oh,
Like,
and
no,
isn't
that's
Paul
just his
saying
fucking
that
ideas.
women need to stay quiet, right? Women
Oh
should
yeah,
speak, we should remain silent. So that is also in the New Testament, and I would really like to know why women don't listen to that, and why all of a sudden, oh well, that's missing. You're interpreting it wrong. No, I'm not. And the Bible should not be up for interpretation. If it were from
exactly.
God, it would be
Oh,
perfect because God is perfect. Therefore, his word is perfect. Therefore, I cannot misinterpret the words of the Bible.
yeah, yeah. People want to equate it with philosophy. Well, you have to do this fucking exegesis and actually interpret things and put it in context and shit. And I look at the Quran and I go, okay, well, you tell me something. In what context is beheading people acceptable? In what fucking context is that okay? Well, everybody was doing it at the time. Does that make it fucking okay? Because we've all heard that fucking saying: if your friends were jumping off a fucking bridge and killing themselves, would you do it too? Like, no, that doesn't fucking make it acceptable. That doesn't make it morally right. Just because everybody was beheading people at the time. Yeah, fuck all. Does that mean it's okay? Your God supposedly said, oh, yeah, that's the thing to do. Behead people. If they piss you off, yeah, just cut their fucking heads off. That doesn't sound like a fucking benevolent being to me. I mean, that's never going to sound benevolent to me. I did there's so many other ways to deal with it, and then they want to point to other verses. Well, there's this verse that says that you're supposed to make concessions and deal with them, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's get back to your context, because in that context you're dealing with people that were in an evenly matched scenario, so it was less fruitful for you to engage in warfare with them. But when it comes to people who were less less likely to put up a fight against you, then it's go ahead and cut their fucking hands and heads off. Like, what the fuck, man?
No,
Let's put
see,
it in
for me, I
context.
don't let them pull out a different verse and say, look at this verse. I say, no, we're concentrating on my verse because this is the verse that is in the Bible. We're not going to change topics here. We're not going to jump to another ship. This is what it says in the Bible. Explain it. So on that, I was talking to an old friend from high school who I absolutely unfriended on Facebook over this, but it was the verse on if a woman is raped by a man, he is to bring 50 shekels or whatever to her father, pay her father, and marry her. So I said it's perfectly okay, for that to happen in any world, in any time. Why is that okay? Why was it okay then? So let's play your game, right? And let's say that this doesn't apply anymore. Why did it apply then? And she said, well, let's say it applied now. That would be the right thing to do. If a man rapes a woman, he should marry her. What? Like,
what?
how
No,
people
fuck no.
think this way? Would you really believe that, all in order to keep thinking that you're going to some paradise up in the sky to worship and praise some being who allows children to get raped, who allows people to be tortured? You would go that far in this life for a shot to praise an asshole for eternity? I can't even.
I can't picture marrying a rapist. You know that they're a rapist. They fucking raped you. So now your entire relationship, your whole marriage is just like, okay, I'm married to a rapist, and this motherfucker's just gonna rape me forever. Like, until I die, that's what I'm gonna have to deal with. This motherfucker just rapes me. That I'm cool with that,
At least you
because
can go to
there's a sky daddy.
Yeah, at least you're going to
Oh
go to
fuck
heaven
no.
afterwards and praise the man who allowed this to happen to you forever. Hey, at least there's that upside, right?
No, because then you get fucking assassins in heaven that are looking just to get there in order to kill God for having them marry a fucking rapist and be raped for their entire fucking lives. Are you kidding me? Yeah, let me get up here to this God that said this is what's supposed to happen, so I can go ahead and cut his fucking dick off. That's what probably needs to happen, so he can learn what it's like to be
Let's
taken
crush his
advantage of
balls.
and abused.
If his balls are crushed, you allowed to be in heaven.
Yeah, and there you go. And he can't be in heaven anymore, and now it's ours. So that's it. We go up there and we drop an anvil on his nuts, and then we get heaven. Ha ha! And we'll fill it with homosexuals and fucking orgies, and it'll be
That'd be
awesome.
awesome. That is heaven.
Yeah, I don't get it. And what and we get back to what we started off talking about with this fucking bitch. How do you defend that? How do you defend people that believe that? And they're like, no, they're allowed to believe whatever. They are allowed to believe whatever they want to. But at the same time, I'm allowed to tell them that that's fucked up. If you believe that, that's fucked up. You're a fucked up individual. You have problems. You need to get your goddamn head right. Like, I can't even fathom the idea of being stuck with a rapist for my entire life. Like, oh, well, you have to marry that dude now. Why? Because that's what my fucking sky daddy said. well, but he's gonna rape me forever now. And he's like, yeah, well, that's just what it is. He paid
Can
me
you
50
imagine your
pieces of
child
silver. We're
asking
all
you,
fucking
hey,
good.
Mom, how did you and Dad meet? Oh, I was out for a jog one night. He jumped out of the bushes. How can you
Yeah.
even? How is this okay in anybody's? How is this ever okay? Okay, context aside, you can't use that on me. It says it in the Bible. God's word is perfect. So therefore, he allowed it at one time. How can you justify it? You can't.
Yeah, and see what's funny there is, okay, let's look at the context. Now, as you know, despite what fucking Miss Atheistic Zygotes or Maggie Mellon or whatever the fucking name she wants to go by would have you believe, I am well versed in the Bible and Christian studies and theology. So look, here's the context. Yeah, here's the context of that verse, and I wrote about it in a blog, which she fucking hated, couldn't stand it, had to comment, but yeah, I explained what the context of that is, and the context is your daughter is your property, and when someone rapes your property, he's devalued your property because a virgin is worth more than a fucking raped girl. So now he has to buy that property off you at fucking market value, so that you don't lose in your investment of your property. And that's what it comes back to. That's the fucking context. And when you put that context to it with these people, oh, they lose their fucking minds. They're like, that's not what it fucking means. Are you like, are you kidding me? Let's do a history lesson, because outside of Christianity, that's the way it was in the entire fucking world at the time. Okay, daughters were property. Sons were able to bring you more goods. When your son got married, he collected a dowry. He owed you part of that. That's how that works. He owes you money. You make money off your kids. You fucking profit from having children. That's why so many people had children. You profit from it. You make money because they're property. They weren't thought of as human fucking beings. Are you kidding me? How can you have a verse that says if your child is disobedient, take them out in the street with the rest of the fucking community and stone them to death if they're disobedient? That is saying, okay, that's like saying my horse won't fucking do what my horse wants what I want my horse to do, so I'm going to shoot him in the fucking head because that's my property and it's a fucking horse. Who cares? You don't treat people like that. You don't. Like I don't get it. I lose my mind over that shit. That's why I'm a vocal atheist. That's why I'm an anti-theist, because that's what religion does. That's the ideas that it instills in people's fucking minds, and people don't even realize it. They don't even realize it's going on. They don't even realize that they think of their children as their own personal property, and they can do whatever the fuck they want with them. Are you kidding me? That's a little human being. Just because it's smaller than you and younger than you, that doesn't mean you get to own it. Just because it came out of your body doesn't mean, do you own your shit? Do you collect that and collect fucking payments on it? That came out of your fucking body too?
Yeah.
No? Nobody's collecting shit? I mean, except for people that have composting toilets and use them in their fucking gardens? I mean, honestly, your kids are not your fucking property. No matter what religion you believe, your kids are not your fucking property. Even if you're an atheist, don't treat your fucking kids like that. They're not your property. Those are little human beings that you're trying to help grow up into big human beings that act like decent motherfucking people.
Well, and
Treat
that's
them
another
right
reason
so
why
that they understand.
yeah, and I'm trying to stomp out the whole virginity thing, because I think that it's outrageous, and I think that a lot of atheists are still indoctrinated to believe that virginity exists, right? And it doesn't. Virginity exists just as much as every baby who was born is an atheist, which is true by default definition. Every single baby that is born is an atheist because it doesn't even have the chance to believe in God yet. So therefore, it's an atheist. Children are also born virgins for the exact same purpose. It's the exact same reason. It's absolutely just a definition that was thrown upon people. And I think it's outrageous. I think virginity originally stemmed from some sort of weird jealousy, or I don't know. I don't care. The point is, virginity is not a thing. And so do not press purity. Do not press virginity. Do not press these things on your children. Stay out of your children's pants because it's creepy. It's fucking weird whenever you're talking to your kids about their purity and their whatnot. You're a fucking creep. And, go ahead and educate. right? If you actually give a fuck about your kids, you will start educating them, and let them know what sex is, let them know how to protect themselves, let them know how to not get pregnant as a teenager. These things are important. You know, your daughter says, hey, mom, really like this guy, probably going to start doing it. They should be able to have that vocal dialogue with you. That absolutely should be a thing. And you should be able to calm your ass and say, okay, let's take you to the doctor. Let's get you on birth control. You know?
Yeah. And
That's what needs to happen.
on top of the birth,
Theists.
you know, and on top of the birth control, I would rather if and granted, and I know that in to some degree it's somewhat patriarchal and misogynistic, but I'm so glad I have two sons. I'm so glad I have two boys. I would just, you know, because it's ingrained in me. It's ingrained in me to think of my daughter, if I had one, differently than I think of my sons. But at the same time, I really have given it a lot of thought, and I think I would much rather have a daughter who is labeled as a whore than a daughter who is dying of a fucking STD,
And she's scared
because
to tell you
she
about
wasn't
it?
taught about sex. Yeah, yeah. Like, no, fuck no. Like, if I had a daughter, I'd be like, yeah, let's get you on birth control, but at the same time, you don't fuck a dude that won't wrap his dick up. Period. I don't care how much you like that motherfucker. There's diseases that fucking birth control doesn't stop. So, yeah, if that motherfucker won't wrap his dick up, he don't really give a shit about you. So, fuck it. That ain't worth it.
No,
Go
and
on about your business. Plenty of other dicks out there.
normalizing condom use is something that absolutely needs to happen among adults. We understand this, right? Amongst teens, not so much. It kind of gets into this. Sex is new to me. I've never really been explained sex before, but if I really care about him, I won't make him use a condom. And that's not what condoms are about. It has nothing to do with that. And I think that normalizing these things, talking to our children about it, getting this out there is, hey, this is a normal thing. This is what people do who don't want to get sick, who don't want to have AIDS, who don't want to get herpes. This is what they do. It has nothing to do about caring, right? It has nothing to do about caring at all. So I think that educating about this topic is outrageously important amongst atheist parents as well. Let's dish purity.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, honestly, when my kids are old enough to understand and to actually see some stuff like that, I'm gonna show them all kinds of fucking nasty ass pictures of venereal diseases. I'm like, this is what the fuck happens. This is what happens when you don't wrap your shit up, man. Like, seriously, have you ever, like, here's a picture of bullhead clap. And do you know what they do to you? The doctor has to do to you to get rid of that. He fucking hits the head of your dick with a goddamn hammer, and pus just goes fucking splurting everywhere. Like, it's disgustingly horrible and horribly painful. Like, here's what syphilis does to your fucking brain. Okay, and you get that by fucking people without wrapping your little dick up. Okay, 90 condoms don't prevent it 100%, but 99.9 is pretty fucking good. I mean, that's about as good as you're gonna get, other than abstinence. And we all fucking know. I don't give a damn what you subscribe to. We all fucking know abstinence only doesn't work. Come on, man. That's the reason we have fucking teen pregnancies. Goddamn fucking horrible fucking rates of teen STDs. That's what it is. Telling kids, oh, well, you know, you just can't fuck. Like, that's it. You get married and then you can fuck somebody, but otherwise you don't fuck people. And like, no, you're a sexual being. Like, at about 14, I was wanting to stick my dick in something, you know, and I figure my little boys are going to be wanting to do that too. I figure every little boy or little girl out there has some sort of question and sexual exploration. They're sexual beings. If we weren't sexual beings, we wouldn't still exist. Our fucking species would be extinct. So you have to understand that is a fucking natural drive within everybody. Spread my genes. And your body tells you to do that, whether your mind says, oh, I can't do this because some fucking sky daddy doesn't want me to. No, your body says, do it. Do it. So you need to have some sort of understanding. You go, okay, I'm going to do it, but let me wrap it up first, so I don't go fucking
But let me be
overboard with it.
responsible about it. Let me not knock this
Yeah.
chick up. Let me not, you know. And my son's gay, right? He's 11, And he's always I don't know. He's always kind of had different tendencies from my other son. I have a very cis male son, and I have a very delicate son, and so he's 11, and he's figured out that he's gay. Right? He's figured out he doesn't want it. He doesn't want what he doesn't want women. He doesn't want what he's supposed to want. And that really messed him up for a long time. And what was so awesome was that he was able to come to me and ask questions, right? I'm not saying these were comfortable conversations, because they most certainly were not. And I was as red as my lipstick, my entire face. Just red, because it is hard. No, I can sit here and I can talk a big game all I want to. But whenever you have to talk to your son about sex and what it is, and he thinks that he just has never wanted it and he doesn't want that, but he might want something else. That is a very hard conversation to have. And what's awesome, what parents really need to realize is these conversations can come up at any time, right? When you're taking your 16-year-old daughter and you think, wow, we're about to have a day out shopping and life's going to be great. And she springs on you, hey, mom, I'm pregnant and I want an abortion. That's what's going to happen. That is the way parents are presented with these hard conversations. So stay on guard for it. Understand these things might happen. No matter how much education I give my child, always be somebody your child can turn to. What's really going to suck is when your 16-year-old daughter can't just say, hey, mom, I'm pregnant and I want an abortion. So she decides to go take a ton of pills to try to have an abortion, or she decides to go into a closet with a coat hanger to try to have an abortion, and she fucking dies from some infection, or she fucking dies from some overdose because she couldn't come to you and tell you that she was pregnant and wanted an abortion. So yeah, think about that. Always be open, and it's just it's advice that I think a lot of atheist parents need. But yeah, I'm gonna get off that.
Well, and honestly, I worry about that in the same respect with my son, because what happens when one of my sons comes to me and goes, Dad, I think this girl I'm with is pregnant. And what happens if her parents are super religious and it's like, oh, fuck. It's not just that I have to have a conversation with you about how this happened and why the fuck you weren't being responsible. But at the same time, now I have to try and talk to some fucking people that are whacked out fucking in their minds because of the Sky Daddy, who don't want to come to a rational decision on this. Like, no, if you're willing to raise your daughter's child, like, that's cool. But like, if you try to fucking hit my 16-year-old up for child support, I'm sorry, we're gonna have some fucking problems, because like, I will help raise that child, have no problem doing that if that's what she decides to do with it. But at the same time, like, don't be a dick about it. Just don't be that guy that person that's like, well, you've got to fucking help raise this child, but you can't ever fucking see it. Well, no, if I'm gonna help raise a kid, I'm gonna be a part of their lives. That's why I got married. I got married because I wanted to have kids and be a part of their lives. I want to have grandkids, and when I do have grandkids, I'm gonna be a part of their fucking lives. So like, we'll have to go to court and we'll have to fight you over it, because if you're gonna have the kid, that's awesome. I will do all my part to help out with that, but I'm gonna be a part of that kid's life, and you can guarantee that they're not gonna get indoctrinated the way your fucking kid did and the way that you did, because I'm gonna put as many fucking seeds of doubt into their little heads as I possibly can. Like, that's my fucking goal with my children. It's not to indoctrinate them. It's just plant the seeds of fucking doubt. When they hear God stories and Jesus stories, and they ask me about them, I'm just like, well, yeah, here's how it is. This is what the Bible says, or this is what this religion says, and here's what science tells us, and here's what logic tells us, and ask yourself which one makes fucking sense. Because one of them actually makes rational, logical sense, and the other one is fucking insane. Do you want to be a crazy person, or do you want to be a logical, decent fucking human being? Like,
Here's
your
what I'm going to
choice.
tell my future children, because my children now they're already too old to go do this. But when Maggie grows up, when she starts asking me questions, I'm going to ask her if she can go collect 300 foxes. If she can go collect 300 foxes like Samson, We can have this discussion. Pray hard.
No,
Pray hard to God. Pray hard. See if he'll let you find 300 boxes.
after you get them fucking collected, you have to tie their tails together. So accordingly, you have to herd them, and then you have to set them the fuck on fire and let them run through your neighborhood.
Yep.
See how that works out for you.
Let's
see if you can do
first. That. and then we'll discuss if God is real.
Yeah. My oldest. It's funny because one of the greatest conversations he had with my wife was a conversation that he said, the first time that I ever told a little girl that God doesn't exist, she didn't believe me. And my wife was like, whoa, why the fuck are you telling people that God doesn't exist? Like, you're 7, dude. Whoa. And he's like, no, she said that when it rains, it's God's tears. And I told her that that's not true because there's the water cycle and there's evaporation and condensation, and that's how rain happens. And he was like, that's not true. And I told her that God doesn't exist. Like, there's no God up there crying and stuff. That's the water cycle. And she didn't believe me. And I was like, oh, well, okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Because that's totally logical. I can't argue with that. You figured that out through reason. You understand science and how the fucking water cycle works. And you said, that's not God's tears. That's the fucking water cycle. How can I argue with that? I can't fucking argue with that. Okay, well, hey, fuck it. If that's how you understand that God doesn't exist in that sense, in that conversation, then hey, I can't argue with that.
And see, we're from the South. You're going to get that a lot because my daughter, they started to pray in her class. They did some little prayer, and this is public school. Okay, this is Texas. And so my daughter said, this is stupid. And if you're talking to God, you're stupid. And the school called me. They're like, we're gonna have to suspend her. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. It was a huge issue. But and I talked to her, to be more respectful, because certainly we don't want to call people stupid for any reason. But that was her comeback to that when people started praying in her class when they aren't supposed to pray in her class. But yeah.
Yeah, I see. I don't know, because I wouldn't even be mad. I would have to go to the school and be like, look, you're not going to fucking suspend her. In fact, if you don't want to get sued for fucking breaking federal law, you're just going to fucking let it slide because it is stupid and you're not supposed to be having fucking prayers in goddamn class. You know what prayer is? That's fucking public masturbation, cocksucker. Read my goddamn blog. That's public masturbation. I don't want to see your dick out in public. You can have a dick. Keep it to your fucking self. Same fucking scenario. I don't want to see you jerking off in public. You're talking to your God so he'll fucking do for you. That's fucking mental masturbation. Fuck you. I don't want to see mental masturbation any more than I want to see physical masturbation in the middle of fucking public in front of my family and my children. Fuck that shit, man. Keep it to your goddamn selves. The Bible says go pray in a closet. Please fucking listen to the goddamn Bible and go pray in a fucking closet so I don't have to see you doing that shit. Every time I see a motherfucker bow their head, I don't know. Every time I see a motherfucker bow their heads in goddamn McDonald's or some other fast food restaurant over their food, and they're like, oh, I'm praying over this piece of fucking shit that's going to give me cancer. What the fuck are you thinking? Fuck you, man. That is so fucking stupid. That just eats me up. I want to go over there and just slap the fucking piss out of them. Like, are you fucking retarded? What are you thinking? It's the same people that fucking pray over, 2 people lived in this goddamn earthquake that killed 180,000 fucking people. Oh, well, God saved those 2 people because those 2 people were so fucking awesome. He killed 180,000 others. What a fucking douchebag. Shut the fuck up. I hate you people. I hate those people, man.
I hate those people. I can't even take it. I can't. Especially like when oh God, you read those stories, and I think you posted something about this today about the comments section. If you are intelligent, stay away from comment sections on anything. But there was a story where it was so tragic. These teenagers got into a car accident and they died, and one lived, and they were like, it was her angel, it was God, it was fuck God. They were going to college. They had a good
Where the
life.
fuck was everybody else's angel? Why doesn't everybody get an angel? You don't have enough fucking angels to go around to save everybody? Fuck you. Oh, some people are dickheads. We just let them fucking die. What kind of douchebag move is that?
And why the fuck do they make
Like,
up these stories
oh,
to pass around the internet? Like, okay, like that little girl who is hiding behind a couch because her parents are arguing, and the dad gets a gun and shoots the mom himself. And then there was a man that appeared beside her who was like, "Don't worry, little girl, I'm gonna take care of you. It's all gonna be okay." And the police show up, and she's like, "Where was that man?" And they're like, "What man?" "The man that comforted me, that Jesus." What the fuck? He just made you witness your parents get fucking murdered, and they're masturbating. Yeah. Over Jesus sitting beside the little girl. What? Why do they pass
you know what I
this
think?
around?
When I hear those stories, the first thing that comes to my mind is that is the moment that your schizophrenia manifested. And you now developed an alternate personality that visited you and comforted you in that fucking moment because you've gone insane, because that's some horrific shit for a person to have to go through, and that's what causes fucking mental disorders. Sorry, honey, you have a mental disease. You might need to seek some fucking therapy. Like, that's the
That
first
was the
thought that goes
birth
through my.
of
I'm
your
not
mental
like Jesus was there. That's it. This is where your mental disorder was birthed, when your parents were fucking murdering each other in front of you. Sorry. Sorry about your luck. That's fucking life. Like, I just shared this clip from one of the latest South Parks where people were talking about shaming and shit, and like reality pops in and reality is like, you people are all dickheads, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not cool with shaming really, but you guys need to fucking wake up and realize that maybe you're a fat ass because you eat fucking too much and you're a gluttonous piece of shit, and maybe you should consider that, because maybe you shouldn't be getting mad at everybody for calling you a fat ass when you're fucking 600 pounds riding a goddamn cart through Walmart that's meant for fucking handicapped people. You're not fucking handicapped. You're just a fucking fat ass that can't keep that goddamn hand to mouth disease down to a fucking minimum. I like to eat. I'm not a skinny motherfucker, but at the same time, like, I ain't gonna ride a cart through fucking Walmart just because I'm a fat ass, you know? Like, I hate it. I hate that people are shamed and treated so badly for it, but at the same time, like, come on, man. Address reality. The reality is, if you eat fucking 2 packages of bacon and a full carton of eggs for breakfast, you might be a fat fucker. You're like, there might be some fucking mental issues that you should address there, because you're actually like trying to eat away your pain or some shit, man. You need to talk to somebody, because that's unhealthy. Like, I like to eat, but goddamn, man, I can push the plate away and go, yeah, fuck, I'm gonna puke. Never mind.
Maybe I should stop. Oh no. But yeah, it's crazy. I know. And back to what we started this off as. we, so we say all these things, and we do. We have criticisms for everybody, not just theists, not just the religious, but any and all indoctrination. We don't agree with. We're not for. So I just think it's ridiculous for anybody. If you cannot open up your mind and actually take a look at something that somebody is saying and say, hey, there might be some truth to that, then there is no point in you even trying to ever further your life. There just isn't. If this is your world and we're all living in it, what a shitty fucking world. My world, if I just had a world, if I continued on as a theist and this is my world and everyone was just living in it and I had a direct tunnel feed to God, what a piece of shit my life would be. So yeah, I think no matter how much you dislike somebody, no matter how much you really appreciate an opinion, no matter who told you what or what you read at one point, if you aren't able to take a look at somebody and say, hey, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're right, let me look into this some more, and you're a cunt.
Yeah, and we get back to what we started this off on, and dealing with this fucking cunt. I I challenged her to a debate, And I said, look, we don't have a problem with you fucking sharing your opinions. That's fine. Share your fucking opinions. That's cool. I don't have to agree with you, but you're welcome to fucking share it. It's a public group. Share your fucking opinions away. Don't be a dickhead about it, and don't sit here and make defamatory comments. She actually had the fucking audacity to call into question whether or not our financial status is credible. And I'm like, come on, man, you're talking about an organization, you're not talking about me. If I do fucked up shit, okay, like, talk about me, sure, I'm a person. Don't talk about our fucking organization. We have like over 300 fucking members in our organization. You're talking about 300 fucking people that are all totally different people. She has no fucking idea how many people on our own team disagree with me. Oh my God, if she could see some of the conversations that Makisha and I have had over the shit that I post, and she's like, well, that's totally fucking wrong. And I'm like, well, yeah, but hey, this is how I feel, that's our team. It's an entire fucking group. How dare you comment on our organization because you're pissed off at me? Comment at me, troll me. I'm a person. Okay, come at me, bro. Come at me. Like, I understand reality and I will get down with it. If there's some reality out there that I'm fucking missing, I've changed my fucking viewpoint so much, it's not even fucking believable, man. People, when I tell people I used to be a white supremacist, they're like, no, the fuck you didn't. Like, yes, the fuck I did. Yes. Yes, I was a total fucking separatist. I believed in separatism. I held some horrible fucking views. I changed those views because I gained a better understanding of humanity, and I listened to people when they fucking said, "Hey man, you're being a fucking jackass here. There's no reason for you to believe that." But to attack an entire group of people, who the fuck does that? Like, just because you don't like one fucking person in the group. I mean, come on, man. I haven't written hardly any blogs in the last goddamn year because I've been writing my books. And if you want to comment on oh my God, I could show you some fucking comments on my goddamn books, man. The people that hate my books fucking hate them. They would give me 0 fucking stars if they could. They would fucking send me anthrax in the fucking mail if they thought they could get away with it and they could get a hold of some fucking anthrax, man. They fucking hate them. And that's fine. I'm an individual. You want to attack the individual, fine. You don't attack Atheist Republic. You don't do that. Like, this is for you and me. I know, especially within this team, this is our community. We have poured our hearts and souls into doing this and making this something amazing. And to have someone say, oh, well, the financial practices of your organization are questionable. No, the fuck they're not. No, the fuck they're not. I don't handle the fucking finances. Why would you go there? Why the fuck would you go there without any fucking without any reason for saying it at all, except to be a douchebag? That's all you're doing is being a fucking douchebag ass fucking troll, man. Fuck you. It's not the whole goddamn group. I'm a dickhead. I get that.
We get so much hate. We really do. We get so much hate from people. But it's funny because we get a lot of hate from people who think that we're just a Facebook group. They don't actually fully understand that we're an organization and the Facebook group is just a tiny itty bitty piece of who we are. I mean, just like a pinch. It's just a pinch and sprinkled away, really. We didn't really care about the Facebook group as much as they once did because people, everyone takes it and everyone makes it their own. That's the awesome part of that Facebook group. But we had an accusation come out because someone was removed from that group. And the accusation was outrageous. But anyone who gets removed from that Facebook group thinks that they can just attack Atheist Republic because we're nothing but a Facebook page, or we're nothing but a Facebook group. And no, we're not. We're not. And kind of like what we were telling Miss Mellon was that we are an actual organization. We don't need any permission to use her stuff that she posts on our page. We absolutely can use any of the words that she has said. She can try to sue all she wants. She thinks that because she's a person, she's going to get more, a person not an organization or not a whatever, she can get more leeway, when it's actually the reverse. Because there's something called libel, and that's something that she's doing, that she has absolutely done on multiple occasions. And all these people that go around saying, "Oh, Atheist Republic, they promote child." What is that? I don't know. I'm too drunk, but we promote something like not child pornography, but child something. I don't know. But the accusations that we get are fucking hilarious. And that's another thing is, yeah, we're sitting here, we're doing a hangout, we're talking about it, but we're laughing about it. You know what I mean? It's not like,
Well,
it's not like
we
us sleeping and, oh no, someone's gonna sue me. Oh no. No, you're a fucking stupid cunt.
yeah, and that's the horrible thing. As a fucking actual nonprofit organization, we have to have lawyers involved with us. We have to have a legal team. We have people to volunteer with us because they have legal experience. And even those people are like, well, yeah, I don't really agree with you, but yeah, fuck them. Like, no, if this goes to court, we call it fair use. And like, yeah, it's fair use. You published it in a fucking public forum. It's the same as if you went out on the street and somebody fucking videotaped you standing on your soapbox saying fucked up shit. It's the same as when people video goddamn Westboro Baptist out there saying God hates fags. Nobody's fucking Westboro hasn't been able to sue anybody over posting pictures of their God hates fag song or signs and shit because they do it in public. You're out in the middle of fucking everywhere. Everybody can see this. And if we want to fucking put it onto a bigger scale and say, okay, well, we get a lot of people to our fucking page, and I'd like to write a blog about this and go into it in more depth. We have every fucking right to do. You did that in the fucking public arena. If you wanted it to be private, go into your fucking settings and choose private. That's all you have to fucking do. And if I see that it's a private fucking post, I can't do shit about it. You posted that privately. It's only seen between you and your friends. Fine. If you post it publicly, it's no different than standing on a fucking street corner and going, goddamn, the Holocaust never happened. Or any other fucking crazy ass shit that a person wants to say. It's no different. You're in the fucking street. And if you're standing in the middle of the street, you might get hit by a bus. That's just what fucking happens. You're not supposed to stand in the fucking middle of the street. Like, if you're willing to stand in the street, you got some balls. I give you that. You might get hit by a bus. I might be driving that fucking bus. I like to drive buses. Oh, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I think, fuck this bitch. I'm just gonna post her shit, and like she can do what she wants with it, and we'll go from there. Because I when you go through making multiple pages and multiple fake accounts just so you can come in here and fucking spout off bullshit and fucking make defamatory comments is it's just like, I don't give a shit anymore. You have fucking gone out of your way to prove to me that you were a fucking troll, and I have a specific route that I like to go through with when it comes to dealing with trolls. I do. I feel like CJ Whirlman is a fucking troll. He is a troll on a major fucking scale. And that's why I'm writing an entire book that fucking addresses him fucking trolling people. Like him being a troll ass, nonsense posting, fallacious motherfucker. Like, I can do that. You put yourself on Front Street, motherfucker, and I'm a bus driver. That's what happens. You got run over. Sorry. Sorry about your luck. If you don't want to get run over, stay the fuck out of the street. Like that's all I can think. Like if you don't want to get hit, stay the fuck out of the street. Just stay the fuck out. Like this is the real world. That's when reality fucking hits you. That you're not protected. You're not a special little snowflake. You don't get to live in your little fucking bully proof box. I'm sorry. You may think I'm a bully. I'll be that fucking bully. I'll be your huckleberry, but I'm gonna bully you. I am. I'm gonna fucking just railroad the shit out of you. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. And you're not gonna attack my organization for that, because you did it yourself. You did that. That isn't me. I'm not fucking twisting your words. The whole point of posting the fucking screenshot is that I can't twist your words. This is what the fuck you said. Oh, it's taken out of context. No, no, I posted all the other comments with it. It's not taken out of context at all. Here's the fucking context. You're a dickhead. And I want to address it. I want to address it on a bigger scale. So I don't know. I don't think she has a fucking leg to stand on, but that's just me. We'll figure it out. If she wants to go that route, we'll figure it out.
We
I
will.
don't. Yeah, I don't think you or our men or the other leadership within the group have a real issue with that. And granted, we're a team. That's the other thing. That's the other thing that she doesn't fucking get. We're a team, and if as a team we decide, Casper, you shouldn't do that, I'm gonna say, okay, I won't. I will not do that under the label of Atheist Republic because we are a team, and what I do reflects on every one of us. So if we decide as a team that's unacceptable, I will totally bow to that decision. I have no problem with that. I respect all these people that I work with.
And to put money where your mouth is, you've actually done that before. I'm just going to point that out.
Oh yeah,
Actually done that on several occasions, but one in particular that I can remember. So.
and yeah, it still eats me up. I'm like, I want to drag that motherfucker out here and just beat the shit out of him. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, okay, well, fuck. All right, I'll bite my tongue. But god damn it, man. God damn it. Yeah, but that's part of being involved with a real community. That's part of being a part of something. Uh, it gets back to, I think that's what she hates the most. She's not a part of anything. It's like I told her, I was like, you're no one. You're no one. Like I may not be like a fucking New York Times bestseller or whatever. I am a best-selling author. Like I've written a shitload of fucking books that sell like fucking hotcakes, and it's incredible for me personally. I'm like, wow, people want to read my shit. That's fucking awesome. But at the same time, like I'm also like, in the back of my mind, what I say about that is, even after I fucking die, I'm still gonna be here. There's gonna be a part of me that's still left here on this fucking planet. And like I told her, I was like, you're just gonna fade away into fucking obscurity, and you're nothing. You're nothing and no one. And I think that just ate her up. I think she just hated that so much. I'm like, you won't fucking step out there. You won't put yourself on display, and because of that, you're nothing. You're meaningless. When you die, that's it. It's over. You're fucking meaningless. And it's just, that's horrible. It's horrible for people to have to deal with and to think about, but that's the reality. If you're not willing to put yourself out there, what are you? What have you left behind? I want to be like fucking Aristotle and Plato, and like 2, 3, 4, 500 years, 1,000 years down the road, people are still reading my shit going, wow, okay, that's a unique perspective. That's awesome. Whether they disagree with it, like it or not, at least I still exist. That's that's the only afterlife atheists have to live for. That's it. That's the only afterlife we can hope for. To exist beyond our death because we did something. We made a fucking dent. And she's not. She's not going to make a fucking dent. Not a fucking dent in the world. And I think that eats her up. I think she knows it. On her atheist intellectual page, she poses herself as a writer. And people have asked her repeatedly, like, what do you write? Like, where can I read your shit? And like,
On
there's
Atheist
nothing.
Republic
No
page.
comments. Yeah, yeah, you can read my comments about bullshit on fucking. And then the people that do read those comments are like, you're a fucking cunt.
Well, I don't know if you had the chance to check out her Sandy Shoreham page or not. It had 17 people following her. But the only person that posted anything on there was calling her out for being a bitch. And she also made that page saying she was a writer. So I think that she is rather just jealous of you. She's jealous of anyone that actually gets their stuff out there because it's something that she really wants. Oh, and it was really funny, isn't that same that same group where that guy was like, I think she's just lonely. Like her roommate shuts himself in this room all the time, and she complained about him. I wanted to be like, if I accidentally signed into a lease with that bitch, I would lock myself in my room too.
Yeah. It's like, holy shit, I signed up for crazy. My bad. Let me stay in this fucking little safe box. Because, yeah, I signed up with crazy. Like, I did not fucking read through that goddamn terms of service agreement properly. Shit.
Yeah. So
I,
funny.
I don't know. And here's the fucked up thing, though. I don't hate her. Like as an individual, as a person, like I would do anything in the world for her. I would. I do anything in the world for anybody, just because like it makes me feel good about me. Like I'm honest enough to admit my selfishness on that. It makes me feel good about me, and I feel like if I didn't do something to help somebody, I would hate myself for not doing something. That's just me. I'm not saying everybody has to be that way. That's just me personally. I would be like, oh God, what a dickhead, man. You could have just helped out. All you had to do was help a little bit. You could have given them some food, some fucking water, a fucking dollar. Like, don't be a dick. And that's just me, but I would hate myself for it. So I help people all the time, and I don't hate her. I don't. I just we cannot deal with someone that's willing to fucking try and sue us or attack us when she doesn't get treated like a special little fucking snowflake. Like that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna treat you like that. I'm not gonna tiptoe on eggshells around you because you think you're fucking special. I'm more intelligent than 98% of the people on this fucking earth. I'm like, bitch, I could post my IQ scores on here for you if you want, but I'm not that big a jackass. I'm not the dickhead walking around with fucking, hey, my IQ is fucking above
It goes
Stephen
in
Hawking's out here, you know? Like, I'm not that dude. Like, it may be factually true, but I'm not that guy. That's just not me because I don't think my IQ translates out into, well, now my ideas are superior to everybody else's and you're just supposed to listen to me. I don't think that's how the fucking world works. I may be able to intellectually understand shit better than other people, but that's not how the world works. I've got a high IQ, so automatically I'm the fucking smartest. Ha ha ha. That's not the world. Sorry. Welcome to reality. You're still just a dickhead who is educated but a fool. There's too many educated fools out there, and she's one of them. She's just one of those people.
Yeah, I
Oh.
agree. No hatred at all. I don't think I could absolutely hate anybody. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I'm a little flattered as well.
Yeah, there is a level of flattery to it that somebody wants to follow you on every fucking thing you do and has a comment for every fucking thing, whether it's confrontational or not. But at the same time, it's like it's kind of like the difference between being stalked by somebody who admires you and being stalked by somebody who wants to kill you. Like there's a difference in those two, and you have to understand like maybe this stalker is not necessarily good for me to have. Like they're not just laying roses at my door; they're showing up with a gun. So, and I do have to worry about that. Like she has commented on literally almost every single blog I've ever written. And in my first year with Atheist Republic, I wrote almost 60 blogs in that first year, and I haven't done much since I've been writing my books. But she's been on almost everyone, if not on the blog itself, she's been on it when it gets shared on the Atheist Republic page. And it's like, come on, man. That's that's creepy. That's not healthy. It's just not.
Well,
People
and
don't
also
act like that.
what's not healthy is pretending to be somebody else. If it's to skirt around a band, I totally understand in some weird way. I do. I understand you. Okay. But if you're going to pretend to be Sandy Shoreham, that is when it gets really creepy. Okay. You want to be your ATZ self and you want to put me down and you want to tell me that I deserve to be raped and you want to tell me that a professional atheist, which I'm not a professional atheist, but on whatever weird insults you want to give me. When you pretend to be somebody else, that is just it's catfishing, and it's weird and it's creepy and it's a psychological condition. I mean, that's just when you're getting really, you're going really far, you know. Like I'm it's like me making a profile and going to her ATZ page saying, "Hi, I'm Chris," and I've got some like hot sexy guy profile picture and I'm like making comments as Chris, like, well, as a man, blah blah blah. No, that's insanity. That is taking things to a brand new level that is just absolutely creepy. And that's what she has done. She's pretending to be other people, many other people, not just to skirt a ban, but for some weird thing that she gets off on, going into groups as different people. And what's funny is that she loves Armin.
Hmm.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love Armin
And she has, yeah. Yeah. Our men is the reason when we're here. He's the reason that we have this community. And it's great because our men disagrees with both of us on certain things, and he disagrees with me on a lot of things. Like we have some fairly serious disagreements, but it's great. It's part of being a community, and he's never tried to shut me down on that. He's just been like, look, if it's going to make the community look bad, then no. But if it's just you putting yourself out there, then hey, let's do it. You have a right to do this. And that's that. I love our men to death. But at the same time, to understand that our men's the one that gave the final okay to get rid of atheist zygotes, to get rid of Maggie Mellon. Those are two people that are banned off of our fucking page because they trolled people. Because they literally sat out and fucking trolled people. They tried to dox people. And that's this same woman under multiple accounts coming back into our page and into our groups and trying to just do horrible things to individuals there because they don't agree with the ideas that those individuals present. And it's just we can't deal with that. And yes, Armin's the one who makes the final call when it comes to social media. He's our guy. Like when it comes to social media, we do what he says because that's his baby. That's what he created. And like we've done some other stuff aside from that, but that's his baby and he watches over that. And when you're getting fucking messages every day about this one page or about this one person that's continually trolling the shit out of people, trying to dox people, it's like we can't have that. We can't. We get religious people on there all the time that are saying horrible shit. We don't fucking ban them. We let them speak their mind because they don't troll people.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want to
they
shut
don't.
anyone up. That's the thing that she just can't seem to get in her head. We don't want to shut you up. If you disagree with me, fantastic. I am absolutely wrong a lot. I can often be wrong. And if you can show me where I'm wrong, and if I can learn, I would be proud and privileged to do that publicly. So no, our goal is never to shut anybody up. Our goal is to allow a fruitful conversation, Um, even if you want to be rude as fuck, you know, Allie, I completely disagree with you on this. I think you're stupid for having that opinion because this is the way things should be. I can still be mature enough to read your point out of that, right? But when you don't have a point, and all you want to do is go around and just spit vitriol everywhere you go. Just you're a nasty snake, and everything needs venom shot at it. Then you're not allowing for a fruitful conversation. You're not allowing for open discussion, which is what a page forum is for. And then you just need to go because you are directly inhibiting people from doing what our page sets out to do. So there's a huge difference between being a cunt and just saying some things and being a cunt and just fucking hounding down any point you think you can shove down anybody's throat, whether you agree with it or not. There's a huge difference. So that I think is something that we always want to make clear is never want to shut you up. Just if you've got nothing to say, you shut up. You shut up.
Yeah. Well, and we get back to what actually started all this. And it was me calling you babe in a comment. And honestly, literally what, like less than 2 weeks after me sending you a message and
Oh
saying,
yeah.
"Hey, I don't want to offend you with this. I know that it can be seen as very patriarchal, but I know that we're both from the South and we have very, similar cultural similarities there. And like, this is sort of those terms of endearment. We use babe, hun, sweetie, like male, female, doesn't matter. We all use these terms with each other all the time. And I actually came to you first and said, "Hey, if this offends you, if this bothers you, please let me know. I will refrain from doing it, but it's just me, and I feel like we're tight, we're close, we're good friends. So I would love to speak with you when I comment to you in a more personal manner because I feel like we're honestly friends." And you were like, "Yeah, that's great, that's fine." But we had that discussion. I came to you first, and this isn't a case of me going through here and every woman that posts on our fucking group just like, "Yeah, whatever, babe, whatever, sweetie, whatever, honey pie, sure
No.
thing, you simple headed fucking bitch." I don't fucking do that. I have never called a single other person babe on our page or sweetie or honey pie or any of that shit on our group or on our page because I understand the intonation that's given there and the sort of background with that and how it can be seen as demeaning and patriarchal. And if someone doesn't understand the sort of cultural upbringing that I'm in, where that's just a common thing that we say, that
In
it
a
could be
polite
very
way.
offensive.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like if I was like, "Oh, just shut your pretty little mouth there, babe," that of course that's condescending as fuck. But
Mhm.
at the same time, if I'm like, "Oh man, that was so sweet, I love you to death, babe," that's sweetness between us. That's endearment, within the South where we're raised. And what kills me is like she doesn't want to understand that. Like I never said anything like that to any other female on our page ever. Never would unless we're in a very personal setting like you and I are.
Right.
And at the same time she wants to defend fucking crazy shit that goes on within Islam because it's cultural. I'm like, come on, man, you don't want to understand my cultural upbringing, but you'll defend fucking goddamn honor killings and shit in Islam because that's cultural. Come the fuck on, man. Like, what fucking line are you living on? I'm supposed to be more fucking enlightened, because I live in a Western civilization. Well, I am a little more enlightened, and that's why I have the fucking decency to come to a person and say, "Hey, if this offends you, I will most certainly refrain from doing it. I do not want to offend you. I do not want to demean you in any way, shape, or form. but I feel like we're close, and I feel like we can be a little more personal with each other. And if you agree with that, then I would like to be more open with you. And that's exactly what I did. And we tried to explain that to her too. That's the fucked up part. She was explained, hey, we've had this discussion already. You can just shut your fucking mouth. Allie and I have had this discussion and we're okay with it. So your fucking perspective on it is meaningless. So just get the fuck out. You have no place here. I can't stand that. Like, why do you want to get in between individuals who have a working relationship and a personal relationship? Just because you feel like this is demeaning to all fucking people and you just shouldn't fucking do it. I don't use the word fag as just a general term that I throw around. And honestly, like, I love Bill Burr and his comedy, and he uses that word all the time because it's something that he grew up with and he's culturally attached to. And he's just like, yeah, well, a fag's not a gay person; it's just a fucked up person. Yeah, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, like, I'm a little more um a little more understanding of how that is just demeaning all around. But certainly when there's just terms of endearment, you don't get on to black people for calling each other nigga. You know, like, that's not your fucking place. If a black person wants to say that to another black person, that's on them. That it ain't my place to get in there and go like, no, no, you shouldn't say that because I think that you should be more enlightened. Fuck no, man. That's your culture, man. You do what you feel comfortable with. I get you. I don't. If your culture isn't hurting other people and isn't actually demeaning everyone around, then fuck off with that crazy ass shit. I don't know.
To compare being called babe by a close friend to me wearing a burqa, okay, that's crazy. To compare me being called babe by a close friend to Southerners calling black people boy as a way to demean them, completely different. Completely different. If you were calling me babe to demean me, similar. Similar. Okay, I guess. But you cannot sit there and say that we've repeated and repeated, we're friends. We've discussed this. We're friends. We call each other a babe. It's fine. He's married. I'm married. My husband thinks it's cute. We're not hurting anybody. It's so freaking annoying. I can't stand people who do that. But it was funny. To be honest with you, I laughed a lot the past couple of days with that whole conversation. It was amazingly funny. But I think we should probably wrap it up. You look cold. And
Yeah.
I had a drink.
Well, no, I'm not cold. There was just the wind that came through, so I wrapped my jacket around me. I came out here prepared. But yeah, we've actually run over. I think a little over an hour here, and which is awesome. I think we mostly said most of what we wanted to say, and I don't think there was any bars held here. I think we just put it out on the table. Um, Maggie fucking Mellon, Kathy KM, atheist zygotes, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, from day to day, from moment to fucking moment, from schizophrenic event to schizophrenic event. Um, you're a cunt, okay? And you didn't get banned from any of our pages because your fucking ideas are controversial or too extreme or because we're fundamentalists. You got banned because you're a cunt and because you troll people. Because you troll people. If you want to engage in rational discourse, then fucking do that. Don't troll people and you won't get banned. It's pretty fucking simple. I've been banned from a lot of pages, and it was always because I trolled the shit out of people. I can recognize that. I don't complain about it. I don't threaten to sue people. I'm just like, yeah, fuck, I was trolling the shit out of them. My bad. You know, you have a right to do that. Kick me the fuck off. My bad. I was being a dick. So if you're watching this, or if you come back and watch it, that's what happened. So yet another group from Atheist Republic you've been banned from because you're a cunt. Uh, I mean, I would honestly hate to use that word, except for in British and Australian culture, it's fairly common. So we're gonna go with it's culturally okay to call you a cunt when you're being a cunt. Sorry about your luck. That bus was driven by me, ran you the fuck over. And please look forward to my blog because I will be writing it. Have not given up on that just because you threatened to sue the fuck out of me. Don't really think you can. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. This has been the Devils in God's Country. Two drunk ass fucking atheists hashing it out, laying our opinions out there for everybody. I am Casper Rigsby.
I am Allie Jackson.
All right. And we are members of Atheist Republic. And please note that Atheist Republic does not endorse or necessarily condone any of the viewpoints that we put forward here. These are our own personal viewpoints, and they are not representative of the entire group and organization of the Atheist Republic. Also, please note that everything that the Atheist Republic group or the Atheist Republic organization does is not free. It is not cheap. We run a website. We do many things, and we could always use a little help with those things. If you have monetary help, that would be awesome. If you don't have anything monetary to contribute, but you would like to be a part of our team, if you like what you see here and feel like this is an atmosphere that you could be involved in, please go to our page, atheistrepublic.com. Feel free to volunteer for any of the many things that we have available for people to volunteer for. Volunteer your time and anything else you have volunteer with us. We would love to have more people involved with this group. We're growing every day, and the bigger we get, the more we love it. We absolutely love this family of ours, and we would love you to be a part of it. So please feel free to volunteer with us any way that you can. Um, I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up.